Louder!
And it's time for the Gore N More podcast.
Gonna have a good time.
Gonna have a good time.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
We're going on now.
A ball break, walking hand in hand in the moonlight. We'll be the sweet soul there. I swear we'll never part.
We're going on now.
A ball break, running in the sand, feeling alright.
And what's up, Gorehounds? Welcome to the Gore N More podcast. I am the not-so-mean Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing this shit show in as always. However, I do not bring this shit show in alone. And with me, well, it's another one of those weird fucking weeks. So I only have Bobby with me this week.
What's up, everybody? And I'm happy to be back this week, too, finally.
Yeah, welcome back, buddy. Shad Daddy will hopefully, fingers fucking crossed, Dix too, will be joining us.
It's having some technical
Yeah, he's
issues.
going to get in.
He's
If he
working
does
on
get
it.
in here, he's going to rant about his computer because it's been fine all week. And now again, once today, Monday, it's fucking up again.
Yeah.
So the show must carry on. And Bob and I are here to do it with our big old strong backs.
Yes,
Today is June 20th, 2022. And we have a fucking fun, creepy crawly episode today. But first, as always, we like to talk about what we did in the last week, or in Bobby's case, the last 2 weeks. So, like always, if you could, variant scuba. Oh my God, no, that's
Yeah, it came out a little too late.
All right, let's try that one more time. Apologize.
Take two.
We are live, and this is the shit show. So, take two, Scoop Steve.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your
Thank you, Variant Steve. And apologize for that fuck up. That was my bad. Bobby, how have you been, bud? We haven't seen you.
Yeah, I've been good. Last week I was fighting a stomach bug, and I would have not been able to sit through the show. So I would have not been able to sit through the shit show because, well, I had my own shit show, and it was a rough week. I went back to work on Wednesday. So I got through the week. Had a great weekend though. It was relaxing. Me and my girlfriend and a couple friends of ours, we went to the beach and everything. So, and then Sunday I saw my grandmother. So back to normal now.
No
But
worries.
yeah, it has been a minute. I know.
It's all right. Everybody's got to take a little break.
Shit happens. But other than
Literally.
that, it's been exactly. It's been good though. I've been working on my new Jason, which I have a photo shoot coming up this Saturday with Glow Ghost, or as everybody knows her as Janie, or the sassy bitch who likes to talk a lot of shit. I ain't afraid to say it. That's all she does. So I have that coming this weekend, and then Friends on Sunday as well. But I also got to watch this delicious creepy crawly movie because this shows that spiders are not the only things with 8 legs that you should watch out for. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it's been kind of same shit, different day. Except last week was liquid, and I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it just at that. Chad, give me your slice of life, please.
Chad's
I
not even
mean,
here.
wow.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
He was honestly, that would have been fantastic if Chad literally popped in at that moment, because that would have been like, Bobby, I don't know how you did that, but fantastic.
I would have been like,
right? All right, Heather, Brody, welcome.
Brody.
I had a nice chill week myself, homie. What did I do? So Saturday we went up and visited some friends. They were camping up at a state park up north. It was like 2 hours away or so. It was this nice little gorge. It was cool. We went walking. We went out walking up the gorge, and it's interesting because I wouldn't have given a shit about this when I was a kid. But as you get older, man, sometimes history actually can be kind of interesting. And especially if you're like trying to figure some shit out and you're like, well, now I want to really know. So I go diving. So we were walking up this, it wasn't the campsites, but it was essentially where you could picnic for the day, which I'm sure anybody has in any of their states, whatever like that. Right. And as you know, with state parks, you always have those like old school grill pits.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're walking up this road. It's probably a mile. And I'm assuming it must have been the original campsites from back in the day, because they had about 50 or so coming in, and it was like it was weird because like nobody was using it, and it was just all this vacant shit. So we get to the end, and we're just like, how far does this go? Like, it's all this vacant lot and everything like that. So it gets to the end, and then there was even more like grill pits and old ass picnic tables on this like island. And what happened is, apparently at some point in the gorge, there was a rock slide, and it filled up the river, and then the river itself like caved out a new path. So it took out all this park area up. It was kind of cool, man. So then
No shit. That sounds cool.
I ended up going to get the pamphlet because I was like, well, how old is this park? Is this like 50s? Like, is this like the after World War II era where there was a lot of state park, especially in New York State?
Right.
But no, man, this shit's even older. And like people have been coming here since like the 1800s. It was a state park in like the 20s, I think it was established.
So it's probably like 200 plus years old.
And well, so I'm interested. Well, I was just trying to figure out, like, me and my buddy were like, I don't know why we thought we were going to figure out some like great mystery, but it was one of those kind of like we ditched the families and then went fucking track it in the woods. And we're just like, yeah, let's go fucking figure this mystery out. Like, I don't know. And it was fun, man, just because like we got to the end and like we're like, oh, well, this is clearly what happened. But then we were trying to guess of how long it potentially was. Like, it was like, is this like a 50-year process? Is this longer? Like, when the fuck? Because clearly they put the grill pits there, and then it happened after the fact. So was
right, yeah. So it's like,
So just being the weird guy like I am, if I was like camping with you guys, I would be the dick, be like, yo, dude, let's go to the pain in the ass one right in the middle of that island. Like, we're gonna cross the river just to make it a dick. But it's cool because nobody's ever going to use those ones, and that's why we're going to use it.
Oh yeah, I would. Oh yeah, fucking find a way. But we are joined by real quick the Tad Daddy made it in here.
Tad Daddy
made
it in.
Yeah, it's having technical difficulties again. Once again, my computer decided right at the 0 hour, I'm going to stop every fucking thing I'm doing right this second and update, and you can't do a thing about it.
Oh, it was another update for real?
Well, I think okay. So last week, I think what happened was it was trying to download Windows 11. I think that's what the big thing is. And afterwards I checked to see, and I went to look for an update, see if it got it, and it said my computer doesn't have the capacity for Windows 11. So I think it tried to download it, wasn't working, so it shifted back to Windows 10. Then today it's just random updates, like right at the last minute, it decided to do. So I had to do that and restart.
Hot.
But well, you're here, so that's all that matters.
Here, I'm here. So if you want to give us your slice of life while you're...
Well, I gave you the slice of life as to why I wasn't on.
Yeah, right.
And the stupid thing is, my backup laptop doesn't have the processing speed that this one has. It is literally identical to this computer, except it only has 500 gigabytes instead of a terabyte, 4 gigabytes instead of 8.
So it's just half of the shit.
Yeah, and it's this one's a touchscreen and the other one isn't.
Right. Yeah. Okay. That's mine's the same thing. So yeah,
I love this touchscreen. I thought it would be really stupid, and I really love it. And now I'm looking for another one. And I'm hoping it's going to be touchscreen again. But I might not be able to get one for a while. So hopefully, I think after I get off here, I'm gonna defragment the hard drives, see if that works, different things like that. I got a couple ideas.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so do what you got to do.
So yeah, like last weekend, me and the wife and kids went to this place called Beartown Rocks, which isn't too far from here. It's just this big place in the wilderness. It's all these glacial rocks that were left behind and carved out. And it's a really cool place. Just, you go climb on rocks. There's this big lookout. It looks like fucking Lord of the Rings. It's really, really awesome the way it looks.
Ooh,
yeah.
That does sound cool.
I got a lot of pictures, but I'm not one for, sharing them on social media. So, they're mostly for the family's enjoyment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fair enough.
I do not post pictures of the kids on social media anymore. I just don't do it. I haven't done it for a while. It's not worth, people get inappropriate about stuff. I mean, it hasn't happened personally, but they do. And it's disgusting. I want people.
Well, it's not even that. You just don't want to take that chance. Like, why even give somebody the ammo? You know what I mean? Exactly. Like, no.
And they don't even have to have ammo to have ammo.
Yeah, and people probably think, I don't care about me. I love my kids. My kids are, the first thing, I think about.
I'm the same way, man. Like, I used to post pictures of my daughter, and now I'm just like, no.
Exactly.
Like,
and if people want to see the kids, they can ask to see them.
Mm-hmm. I want to see the kids.
Speaking of kids, happy belated Father's Day, homie. By the way,
thank you.
Hope you had a nice chill.
Both of you.
Hope you had a chill one. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, so funny story. So not much has been going on, and today I almost forgot to watch this fucking movie.
Wow.
Well, I got
Well,
so
you were having computer issues in the morning, so I get
I
it.
was having my computer issues in the morning, and so I actually went on the backup laptop to do all the show notes and everything. While this thing was being a bitch, but this thing eventually started working again. It was perfectly fine. So I decided, I'm going to do a couple of little projects around the house before it's showtime. So I went outside and I decided I was going to lower the deck on the mower itself. And mine is you have to actually take off each individual wheel and move it to a different spot. It doesn't have like
What?
the it's a really cheap one, and there's 3 holes drilled into the side of it for each setting.
Okay.
So I put it on a lower setting, and I'm like halfway through it, and it's like, shit! It's like almost 1 o'clock. I gotta watch this movie. I completely forgot because I was gonna watch it last night, and Harper, wanted to do stuff, so we were playing around with Harper, and then I'm like, screw it, I'm just gonna, play some PlayStation and go to bed. Watch this tomorrow, and then I just got sidetracked doing so many other things I almost forgot.
Say,
So
weren't you like installing a shelf or something like that at one point?
yeah, it was last night. We were putting up this shelf in the living room. It's kind of like a ladder shelf. I don't know if you know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
It almost it goes up and almost on an A-frame. And it has the shelf. So we were putting that up, and we bolted it to the wall, and then rearranging, putting stuff on, moving stuff around. So that was last night's project. Aside from everything else, let's see, where the hell was I? Oh yeah, and today. So I did finally drop the deck on the mower and try it out in the yard, and it's just too fucking low now. So I had to put it
buzz
back.
cut, baby.
It's like chewing up the yard.
Yeah, you
It's
get
not
too
perfect.
low. It's like
You really need it to be perfectly level and flat and straight to be it for that kind of setting, and mine's not. But the good news is I got it nice and mowed down around where the dumpster is.
There you go, buddy.
so.
Nice.
You trim the drapes, huh?
Got trimmed the drapes, not the curtains.
Now, when you were saying you forgot the movie, I thought you were going to say like nature inspired you, and you happen to like have a tick on your hand.
That's what I was
dirty
waiting for.
motherfucker.
Like,
You're like, oh, I gotta watch the movie. Fuck. Like,
that would have been
That would have been hilarious. That would have been
Right?
hilarious.
I'm like, thank you, you little asshole. Yeah.
Next thing you know, that tick's like knocking on your door, like, "Hi, I'm here."
Fucking right.
Hey, motherfucker.
Well, I feel like we've mentioned it enough, so why don't we just hop right in and talk about what the fuck we're here to talk about today?
Let's do this.
Bobby, what is it?
I will certainly read this. Today we are talking about Ticks from 1993. That's it. It's just called Ticks. It's not like all the spider movies where it's arachnid this and this or 8-legged free. It's just Ticks.
But it was test released under the film Infested.
Festive,
It
which
was,
Bobby
yes.
showed at the beginning of the podcast.
All right.
Yes,
excellent.
it was. So it was released May 25th, 1994. Plot rundown. Problem teens in Los Angeles join an inner city wilderness project in an attempt to get back in touch with life's priorities, led by do-gooders Holly and Charles. When they get to the campsite, they begin having problems adjusting to the wildlife, particularly local marijuana growers using herbal steroids to accelerate plant growth. Interesting.
I love it.
And the mutated ticks that that the leaky steroid system has created. I like the fact this is leaky. Like,
What was it? It was leaking out of freaking Clint Howard's still.
The ice cream
I
man.
mean,
He is now the
I was
marijuana man.
leaking too, but you don't hear me bragging about it. Anyway, directed by Tony Randall, Hellbound, Hellraiser 2, Amityville, 1992. It's About Time. Written by
That was one
Brent.
of TJ's favorites, wasn't it?
Yes, it is. He highly recommends it. Written by Brent V. Friedman, Sinjagor. I can't say it
Sinjanor.
right. There you go.
Sinjanor?
Thank you. Yes, Sinjanor.
I don't. Sorry to interrupt. I just don't want to answer TJ real quick. No, I don't have the Vinegar Syndrome 4K disc. I wish I did because it's a longer cut of the movie.
What?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's like 9 minutes longer.
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
Bob just whipping it out. Yeah.
I got this at a comic shop in New Hope. Thank you. Fantastic.
I looked, and every streaming platform only has the hour and 24-minute cut. I looked for probably half an hour.
No, and it's got this one has some nice bonus features too going into the movie.
Hell yeah.
He also wrote Mortal Kombat Annihilation, produced by Jack F. Murphy, Sinjanor, Progny, going with that, Gary Shulmore, Return of the Living Dead 3, Killjoy, Shut Up, Brian Yuzna, Reanimator Films, From Beyond. Chad, would you like to do the people?
I would be delighted to do The People, starring Peter Scolari from Bosom
Brothers.
Buddies. What?
Scolari Brothers?
Oh,
Ah!
I know about that. Yeah, the Scolari brothers from Bosom Buddies, Newhart. By the way, Bosom Buddies is one of my favorite.
That was a
uh,
Tom Hanks show, right?
Yeah, that's one of those
Okay.
shows that they definitely couldn't make today because
No.
it's those two dressing in drag, just trying to live in some building.
Well, it's
Yep.
also just like they could not make Blazing Saddles.
No. Bosom Buddies, Newhart as Charles Danson, Rosalind Allen of Children of the Corn 2, The Final Sacrifice, and Pinocchio's Revenge as Holly Lambert, Amy Dolans from Pumpkinhead 2, Blood Wings, an excellent movie, Witchboard 2 as Dee Dee Davenport, the legendary, at least among us, Seth Green from the Austin Powers film series, Idle Hands, and so many other
much
things.
more.
I wanted
Yeah.
to throw the Italian job on there because I love that movie so much.
I'm surprised
it's
you didn't
such a
put
good
Buffy
movie.
on there, dude. I
Buffy.
thought
Oh
you were a
yeah,
Buffy
he was
fan.
on Buffy.
Robot
too.
Chicken,
Oh,
Family
that's
Guy.
his own shit.
I
Yeah,
mean,
right.
yeah.
As Tyler Burns.
Can't hardly wait.
Dude, I love that movie.
That's
That
a
movie's
guilty
so
pleasure.
shitty.
I don't even
It is,
give
it
a
is
shit.
definitely a guilty pleasure. That one and what was the ripoff of it? Not Another Teen Movie.
Oh no,
Dude,
the teen
that
movie's a great movie.
fantastic.
That was hilarious.
I
Clint
don't like
Howard.
Sundays. It's not a Sunday. It's a banana split.
Oh God, I always forget that he's fucking in that. Fucking Chris
Yeah,
Evans.
dude, he's got a banana in the ass, man. How can you forget that?
Oh God. Clint Howard, the brother of Ron Howard from Silent Night, Deadly Night 4 and 5, and the aforementioned Ice Cream Man as Jarvis Tanner. Rance Howard, who I don't know if is related or not, from Splash.
He is. It's his father.
Okay, I was wondering that, but I didn't get a chance to look it up. From Universal Soldier as Sheriff Parker.
Shit.
Also, the legendary Alfonso Ribeiro, Mr. Carlton himself.
It's not unusual.
By the
Dude,
way,
Carl coming in hard on this movie, man.
dude, he was awesome. I loved him in this. And I didn't realize this until looking this up, but he did a voice on Extreme Ghostbusters as well.
Hell yeah, dude. He was the new Winston. I'm terrible. I'm sorry. What the fuck was the name? Roland? I think it was Roland.
I don't know, but by the way, you can watch that on that cartoon streaming service. I mentioned.
Yes. Dude.
So he was Daryl Panic Lumley, Barry Lynch from Demonic Toys and Sleep Stalker as just Sir.
That dude
By
was
the
so
way-
fucking weird.
Oh, that's douche of the movie.
Steven, you
yeah.
know what? So, boss man, we will say for Steve is actually enjoying his grandmother's time tonight. She turned 93 today, so happy
93
birthday!
years young.
his
Happy
grandma.
birthday. Happy birthday, Scoob's
Happy
grandma.
93.
We love you. We love
Yes.
you, lady.
She's actually 39. Reverse the numbers.
Years young. That's right. Keep it going, buddy.
Michael Medeiros from RoboCop 2 and Manifest as Jerry. Judy Jean Burns, The New Women, and The Imposter is Dr. Kate. Dinah Dayrit from Beverly Hills 90210, My So-Called Life, as Kelly Mishimoto. Virginia Keene, the dentist, and
We'll
Pump Up
hop
the
in,
Volume.
TJ.
Oh, yeah. The dentist and Pump Up the Volume is Melissa Danson. Timothy Landfield, The Cooler, and Blue Hollywood is Mr. Burns. And Ray Oriole, Point of No Return, Blood In, Blood Out as Rome Hernandez.
Hernandez. And
Mr. Burns.
I'll take over for the Chad Daddy. Music by Daniel Licht. Is that right?
Close enough.
Licht. From Hellraiser Bloodlines and Thinner. Christopher Stone from Dragon's Lair and Phantasm 2 through 5.
And by the way, that is the Dragon's Lair video game series. He did the music.
No shit.
I was
Wow.
looking it up like, no way. I'm like, I got to put this in there.
Wow. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty 80s hardcore. Early 90s?
No, that was
Late
80s.
80s. Yeah. Cinematography by Steve Grass from The Arrival. It was actually a fun movie. And Into the Sun, edited by Leslie Rosenthal from Chopping Mall and Return of Swamp Thing. Effects and makeup by the amazing KNB. Distributed by Republic Pictures. Runtime of 85 short people or 95 minutes on the Vinegar Syndrome release.
Yes.
So go look for that if you can. Rating of R, budget of $1 million, grossed. We don't fucking know because this shit went right to video.
Just did.
So, boss
Uh,
man, hop on in if you want because we are about to fucking discuss this bitch, dude.
Real quick, yes, K&B did do one effect.
One
They did
effect.
not- They did not do the whole movie.
Did they
The
do
man who actually wrote the script, he also had an effects company. They did all the mini ticks, all of that stuff.
Okay.
K&B helped them with the big tick.
Oh, okay.
That makes
big
sense.
ending, they did that with them at the end.
Nice. So this was Bob's pick. I'm
This
assuming this was not any of our first time watching this, correct?
Oh no,
No.
it was my first time.
Oh, it
Not
was
mine.
Chad Daddy's first time.
It was one of those movies that I always wanted to watch and just never got around to.
I
I
can
think
thank
I-
the Sci-Fi Channel in the early '90s for watching this movie.
I literally saw this on. I have on demand. I know, Chad. I know. So I
You
literally
have the
stomach-
Blu-ray. Why would you need to even
No,
watch
no,
it?
no, no,
on
no.
that?
This was years ago.
Oh, okay. I'm
like
sorry,
the first time I saw this, I was going through on demand. They just added a whole bunch of horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
I looked down and it says Ticks, and it had the cover like we all know that looks like
Yeah.
this one, and I'm like, really? A movie about ticks? So I sat back, watched it. And I'm like, this is fucking crazy. Like I could see this happening. Come on, there's no way that shit like this couldn't get into something and make it bigger.
Yeah, my first exposure to this was actually Fangoria magazine. Big surprise back in the '90s.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they did a big article on it when it came out actually at the time.
Yeah, it was on one of the covers, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was the hallucination of her boyfriend that they used for the cover.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah.
Good body
But
coming out.
but yeah, this was a guilty. I call it a guilty pleasure. Yet it's actually a pretty good movie.
No, man, this is a very fun,
It was.
entertaining movie. All in all, like it was very confusing in the beginning because you didn't know if it was going to be kind of cheap or not, just with some of the shots, just some of the setup shots. But honestly, when it gets into it, man, like you almost kind of forget about that because then sometimes they actually do some like really cool shots, like nothing insane, but you know what I mean, like I maybe independent style, I would guess.
Yeah,
Proper.
I would say for this being a $1 million budget, they got their money's worth. Every penny was well spent because they did a lot of effects work, and it was a lot better than a lot of the films that were coming out at the time.
Yeah, I mean, what was I going to say?
Especially for a straight to video.
Yeah.
That's what's impressive.
What I would say I would change is there's certain little times in the movie of like the plot kind of getting a little out of play, but that's also just that's that minor shit that you're just like, oh,
listen,
sure.
man. From the plot alone, this could easily be a trauma film. The fact that you have mutated ticks from weed farmers, bro, like that alone, you know what I mean?
Yeah, seriously,
like that. That's such a crazy like thing, but it works. It works so well. Clint Howard always plays a weird creep in all of his movies.
He's always good.
And you know what? I'm almost surprised, because we could have mentioned it because obviously Seth Green. Clint Howard was also in the Austin Powers movies because he always starts the dick jokes when it goes into the fucking. They're like, "Hey, look, it's a giant Johnson right over there." Just fucking love that shit, dude.
You know, I gotta say he did a funny job playing this part farmer, and I haven't seen a farmer like that since Joe Montana.
I will say,
I said Joe Montana.
I'm impressed with his skills though, man, because he's running off of gerbil power.
Yes,
this motherfucker, you know what I mean? This motherfucker is invented. Like he's working. He's got to do what he's got to do. Now the other pot farmers, these motherfuckers walked out of Deliverance or something, dude. Because I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I don't know who they were or what they were really doing, but like, yeah.
Well, clearly, Sir, like taking advantage of captured men
in multiple ways.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, seriously. And then
Jerry was just
he likes him greasy, right?
And he was a chomo too.
That was just fucking.
It was
honestly,
they
were all sorts of wrong.
Him, I could have. I will honestly say I could have done without him.
I mean, it adds perfect tension in the movie that you already like. You have tension, but sometimes you need that human on human like bullshit too. You know what I mean? Just to like make measures worse. You're like, oh great, we're dealing with mutated fucking ticks, but now we also got this fucking pedo creep over here who's trying to fucking kill us because we might be stumbling on his weed farm. Like, what the
I would have
fuck?
liked to have seen his a death for him really like graphic. Would have been nice.
Which one? The Chomo?
Yeah.
Or both of them? I mean, both of them.
Yeah, because he kind of. I'm guessing he died when he ran the van into the house, but you know.
No, I'm talking about the guy who was in the room when the tick like came out.
Oh, Sir?
Oh, that's Sir.
Yes.
Well, I mean, he got eaten.
Yeah, but I wanted to see it. Not like, just,
that guy. I mean, I guess like you were kind of hoping maybe the tick started at the balls first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's go a little aggressive with it.
I'm a little disappointed that we never got this really cheesy effect of someone being drained completely of their blood and they just like shrivel up like a balloon losing its air.
Well, I would have never actually thought of that now that you say that.
Well, they
Maybe
did
not with the smaller ones, but with the big one, I could see that.
They did something like that in the one movie that they were watching in the movie of Popcorn, and I thought it would have been funny to just kind of do a throwback to that in this.
I have yet to seen Popcorn still, dude.
Yeah,
It's not a bad flick. It's not a bad flick.
I remember listening to you guys review about it, but no, this movie was absolutely entertaining. Like I said, I watched it originally on Sci-Fi Channel when I was a kid. Seth Green was in it, so that's what drew me in. I was like, Seth Green's in a horror movie? What? And, obviously Idle Hands, but a different horror movie. And yeah, man, I liked it since the beginning. Although I do like weird bug ones too, because I like Mosquito as well. Like that's a fun one.
Mosquito's another fun one.
Yeah. I only remember one scene from it in particular, but it still just makes me like laugh because it was like some chick hiding under a canoe getting stabbed at.
I mean, I remember the scene of Gunnar Hansen fucking going at it with the big fucking chainsaw.
Oh, that's right. Gunnar Hansen is in that.
He's in that movie.
You mentioned that a couple weeks ago.
Yes, you did.
I did. Yes.
So, but I mean, what else can we say about this movie? It was it's fun. It's got great characters.
My biggest letdown, though, is I thought that there should have been more deaths related to the ticks themselves than what we got.
That can be fair. I mean, they didn't start really killing people off till the end, honestly.
The majority of the cast survived, which is rare in a movie like this.
That's true. Well, and now, maybe the way to think about it, based on, I mean, just thinking of the anatomy of ticks, like those ticks, they were big, but think of how many would probably have to be on a human body to really kill it. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. I think if one
if one or two get you and then they lay eggs, that's another way. So I could see that, but yeah, I guess, yeah, okay.
So I feel, dude, and especially when Alfonso gets the leg, I'm so glad they had that, dude, where he ripped it off. Because if anybody knows ticks, man, you don't rip the tick off because the head will stay in and bury itself in there, just like it does in this. And I'm so glad they do that. Like that is a crucial part, I think, of the movie because you're just like, oh man.
Okay, so funny thing about that is people say, when you pull a tick off, you don't want to leave the head in there.
Right.
That's not true. It doesn't matter because your body forces it out. One time we took my oldest daughter Chloe to the emergency room because she had a tick in her and we couldn't get it out.
Right.
And the doctors pulled it out, and she's like, they tell you to not leave the head in there. She's like, it doesn't really do anything.
Oh no! I mean, I've always just burned them off.
That is the best thing to do. But actually, I thought burning it off was what made them release the enzyme that could possibly give you Lyme's disease. But again, it has to be a certain species of tick for it to do.
It has to be a deer tick, and you can tell because it has. If you see a black tick, it's fine. If you see a tick with like weird markings, that's the tick you got to worry about.
Yeah, doesn't it have like little red like dots and shit on the
red, white,
or white. Yeah,
it all depends. Yeah, the same shit.
Whatever it is, don't go in high grass with shorts.
Yeah.
Well, Brody, the fact that you never had to deal with a tick is fine because you have to deal with like camel spiders and shit.
Yeah, you have to deal with spiders the size of a friggin' dachshund.
He has to deal with legit face huggers. Let's just be honest. I mean, you know what I mean? It's not even.
Which, by the way, we had a couple of interesting shots in this film that were very face hugger-esque.
Very alien feel in this, dude. And I was feeling it hard. It was awesome.
I mean, Brody, you also have a spider that could bite you, and there is nothing you can do for it.
You have punching deers, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
basically.
Deers. That's a great way to put it.
You got fucking Kangaroo Jack and shit over there.
Right? Like, we just have normal deer, then their deer's like all fucking souped up with 6-packs and fucking want to fight you. It's like, well, yeah, that's the Australian deer, dude. Of course. Like,
they're like if Jean-Claude Van Damme fucked a deer.
Yeah,
that's an image that I don't need.
But now I can't get that out of my head. You fucking suck.
All right, so see, we were talking about Brody and everything like that. Let's see what the Saucy Aussie actually has to say about this movie.
That's all well and good, boys, but Katie's cutting in.
Snip fucking snip.
Well, howdy fucking doody there, folks. It is I, your DKB, back for another episode of Gore N More, and this week I'm here to talk to you about ticks. Now, director Tony Rendell, I am actually a fan of his. I think he's created some quality content in his filmography, especially Hellraiser 2 and Amityville It's About Time, which is a highly underappreciated sequel to the franchise. It's quite surprisingly good. If you haven't seen it, definitely add that one to your list. Does not disappoint. I'm telling you now, it's a great watch. But yeah, moving on to this film itself, I'd never seen this film before, so it was really good to go in with an open mind. I know Mr. Bowser told me many things about it, and I just sort of kept putting it off. So upon watching this, I will just kick it off by saying that it really took a long time to get into this film. I mean, I was really bored leading up until the vet scene, which is roughly about 30 minutes in. And with the short run time of the film that this has, you really want it to be fast-paced, entertaining. They try and bring this character development into it with these really shitty characters. I did not feel for them one bit. I was not invested in them. I felt bored with them. Besides Seth Green's character, I thought Seth Green was actually a really great actor in this. He really... I mean, he didn't really bring anything to it, but he just did what he did, and, he actually stood out surprisingly. It wasn't too over the top and none of that shit. He was just there to do his job, and he succeeded. Now, what else? I just will say this, though, like the ticks themselves, I mean, hats off to the production team and special effects crew to create these actually intimidating ticks. I thought it was going to be very CGI-ish, but no, they actually used prosthetics and molded them themselves. It was a great little touch to it. It reminded me a bit of Arachnophobia, especially some of the locations and some of the shots that they're put in. Definitely give that vibe off to it. Leading up to all the tick stuff, I will just point out actually one great actor that's in this, Clint Howard. He was fucking fantastic. I only wish we had more of him in this film. The whole I'm infected scenes every time he shows up was fucking beautiful. The body horror and the balloon, under the skin effects. What are the balloon prosthetics, I guess you could call it. It's just great stuff, especially that close up of it exploding out of his neck. Oh, just marvelous shit. I guess I could say I was expecting a little bit more from Mr. Rendell, especially with, like I said, the quality content he's created in the past. But I will say this. I mean, he did make up for it in the last 20 minutes of this film. I mean, it's absolutely batshit bonkers. I mean, it's fucking great stuff. I mean, the interior night stuff with the lighting flickering and the bugs crawling around. He definitely knows how to create fear and this atmospheric element about his scenes intertwined with the creature effects. It's fucking great stuff, and he knows how to work that extremely well. He's definitely no stranger to bringing harsh, dark shadow play to scenes, and especially with Hellraiser 2. And the body transformation scene of the dead corpse, that motherfucker from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, can't think of his name, but you know who I'm talking about. Giant tick takes over his fucking dead corpse and explodes out of it. Oh, I think it's great. I mean, it's just so fucking over the top. But that's what the film needed. It needed something like that to really put the cherry on top, and I think it delivered extremely well in that final scene. It was fucking great. Now, I'm going to have to give this a Gore N More score of I'm going to give it a 3, because that last 20 minutes made up for the film. But yeah, other than that, this is your DKB signing out, and I hope you motherfuckers have a great night. Cheers.
Cheers.
Brody.
Thank you, Brody. Solid.
We love you, buddy.
Solid 3 from the DKB.
I actually think that's very fair.
Yeah.
And his name is Carlton. God damn it. I know that's not his real name,
It's
but
not
he'll always be his name is Carlton. The motherfucker from Fresh Prince, as Brody elegantly said.
I fucking howled when he said that. Oh, we love you, Brody. That was great.
We love it. You can never go wrong, Brody.
But he's right. He is right there. The first 20 minutes or so, it is pretty boring.
Yeah, I mean, you're setting up the characters. I feel like they wanted to go a little bit, make it not seem so just generic. You know what I mean? They're like, hey, we're actually giving you characters maybe to potentially care about.
I did like Ghetto Carlton though. He was pretty cool.
Yeah, Alfonso was bringing
He
in, man. He was
was.
great. Like, it was. I'm not gonna lie, it was hard for me to watch him kind of in that role to like take him like that because we just know him as Carlton.
Yeah, we know
so long, but at the same time, I'm like, I like that. Even though he came out hard, like it was all just an act at the beginning. You know what I mean? Like he still is just a chill dude. Now, here's a question for you, and I'm assuming I'm assuming this is where it's supposed to go, but with Carlton getting ripped open by the giant mutant tick. Is that because he was taking all the steroids and it affected the tick's head that was inside of him?
I think all.
What was that? I'm sorry, gentlemen.
I would assume so. I didn't really.
I also
don't really
thought
think about that, but that does make sense.
I also thought that a couple of other ticks got in him. Remember, he's been out in the wilderness for a bit, so
I mean,
well, there was another one that was in him.
And it was small. It was very tiny.
Okay. So, like, because it was just something that actually I got to give credit to the wife because she's the one who brought it up. She's like, did that happen because of the steroids? And I was like, yeah, probably. Which she didn't even think about that. She didn't even see him steal those in the beginning because she was just like, wait, what the hell is those blue pills? And like, Viagra. I was like, no, it was steroids. Like, she's like, what the hell is that supposed to do? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, apparently give him some kind of adrenaline is what he's hoping for. I'm assuming, like,
probably,
yeah. Just my mind went to the movie like Crank, like just keep yourself going. Like anything to keep that fucking
right.
Yeah,
agreed.
So,
agreed.
I gotta agree with Brody though. Like the last 20 minutes, man, is just ham in this movie. It brings it so crazy. Full forest fire. Ticks everywhere, man, like full on.
I didn't even think about it until he brought it up, but that is like the last, the last act of this is almost identical to the last act of Arachnophobia.
Oh yeah. And even the shots, like he mentioned, like I did feel like that even earlier on. I was just like, I don't know if I just maybe wanted to watch Arachnophobia, but it was a lot of the scuttling and stuff like that. And for some reason, Jen kept laughing every time she heard the scuttle because she thought it sounded like the Fred Flintstone car, like
oh yeah. Yo, them fucking things move quick too. Like,
well, that's what I gave her because she kept laughing about it. I'm like, I just want to let you know. I'm like, you would freak out if you saw a normal size tick. So imagine if you saw that motherfucker coming at you. I'm like, I would scream the highest, like I would scream like that scream on Supernatural that fucking Dean does, dude, when he gets overly scared, like just over the top, high volume, just no.
I mean, I would be leaving a trail of fire behind me. Like,
see, anytime a guy talks about screaming like that, all I could think of is the fucking Ned Flanders scream.
Yeah, pretty much. Just, yep. Feels like I'm wearing nothing at all.
Stupid, sexy Flanders.
So, do we want to spread the cheeks and see what's in behind these scenes? If there's any?
I gotta admit, there's not a lot.
Okay,
but I'll give you. Well,
maybe Bob can talk about some of the special, unless you already got those in your notes about the special features on.
Well, let's go through this and fill in the gaps that I don't have
There you go.
The options. Okay, so despite the movie's subtitle, ticks aren't insects; they're arachnids more closely related to spiders and scorpions.
Ooh,
yeah.
Little science knowledge for you.
A little silence. David Gale had originally been cast as the Heavy, but died a year before production started. I'm not sure what that means by the Heavy.
The fat kid.
What fat kid?
There wasn't a fat kid. That's why he was cast. And they didn't. You always got to have a fat kid, dude. They just didn't have a fat kid.
Okay. Special effects creator Doug Beswick wrote the original screenplay 2 decades earlier under the title Cycle of Blood. A movie Cycle of Blood you think would be about something else.
Okay, I didn't go there. I was thinking but yeah. You could combine the two. You could have a movie about that and vampires, and it's a comedy.
Well, they kind of did that with werewolves with Ginger Snaps.
I never watched Ginger Snaps.
Neither have I.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was actually going to choose that when we were doing werewolf movies, but just because I've never seen it. But yeah, no.
It's good. It's very different, but it's good.
I heard. I mean, there's 3 of them, so I mean, people must like them enough to where they made sequels.
I only like the first one. I saw the second one. I thought it was kind of dumb.
I definitely want to see the first one.
All right, maybe we'll have to throw it on the list sometime.
Right on.
All right.
This was shot in only 5 weeks. It was made and released internationally under the title Ticks, and the film was briefly test marketed to U.S. theaters in '93 under the title Infested. It was changed back to Ticks for video and TV and became a minor cult classic under that name.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ticks is just a nice, simple.
Mhm.
Like you know what you're gonna get.
Brody says Project Metal Beast, underrated werewolf film.
I have heard of that.
Thank
I
you,
probably
Brody. I'm gonna have to note
don't
that
know.
down. I'm always down for werewolf movies, dude. Like full out.
You know, but going back to the whole
Bugs.
title, like Infested, it's a little intriguing, but not enough to really get you. But you see a movie called Ticks, you're like, ooh, Ticks. Let's watch
Yeah.
that.
Because we all know what a tick is.
Yeah.
Well, Infested
So you're-
could be anything. Like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be about people with head lice for all we know.
Is there a movie about mutated head lice?
I was
should
just
make
thinking the same fucking thing.
Mm-mm.
Hold on, dude.
No. We'll go one better. It'll be like crabs.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
God.
Oh
Oh my
we'll go
god.
lowbrow on that.
Crossover on Trauma, dude. And then we have Killer Condom versus Killer Crabs.
Yes. Oh my god. Trauma, if you hear this, please.
Oh,
Hell
shit.
yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Okay. So 4 minutes of the footage were shot. 4 minutes of footage were shot and completed, but were removed from the film before final release. This footage has never been seen in any release.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Does it? What is it?
I don't know.
Like, oh, it doesn't even say what it is.
Doesn't even say it.
It just says
Like-
there is this.
I don't even know exactly what all this stuff was that Vinegar Syndrome put back in. By the way, I was really disappointed because Arrow, the streaming app Arrow, has a whole section now, a whole subsection of just Vinegar Syndrome releases, and they
No
did not
shit.
have, and they did not have this.
I did not know that.
They just added it not that long ago. CJ told me about it, so I resubscribed to it. There's, dude, I was going through the other day, and I was on there for at least a good half hour just adding stuff to my watch list. There's a lot of stuff on there.
That's the problem, dude. There's so much to watch and not enough
I know it's
time.
like trying to get caught up is impossible.
You need a hyperbolic time chamber just to fucking watch movies.
Okay, continuing on. During a Q&A at DragonCon in 2008, Amy Dolan said that one of her main memories of making the film is the fake blood which would stick to her skin and hair.
Corn syrup?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Nah. Hey!
Yeah,
What's
there's
up?
that
Hey,
sister.
there he is.
Sweet.
What's up, buddy?
So, after filming Wrapped in Big Bear, California, Seth Green and Amy Dolan's bonded by driving home together. Aw, isn't that
Aw.
sweet?
Oh, so sweet.
Bonded.
Just driving, huh?
Just
Is
driving.
is that word for something else? Or?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean,
You know, I always thought, she was in a lot of like lower budget movies like this. I thought she was going to be a bigger star than she ended up being.
yeah, because I recognize her so much, and it's like, why weren't you as big as I? Yeah, like, should be.
All right. Can I change one of my future potential picks to Project Metal Beast? I
Absolutely.
do not have a
Yes.
problem with that at all.
Not
buddy.
a problem at all.
We love werewolf
We'll
movies.
throw that in the we'll throw that in
Well,
the
Scuba
there was-
Steve said there's definitely Roadhead.
Thank you,
Oh,
Scoop.
there
See,
definitely was.
yeah. All right. Scoop's
Come
coming in clutch
on.
with my. All right.
If there wasn't Roadhead, it wasn't a good road trip.
Well, when you say bonded, that's just the polite way of saying some shit went down.
Yeah.
Yes, she went down on my shit.
That's the 1950s way of like,
We held hands.
we hung out, whatever.
Anything else, Chad?
Amy Dolan's father, Mickey Dolan's, voiced the character of Arthur in the TV show The Tick.
Huh.
And yes, that is Mickey Dolan's from the Monkees, by the way.
Okay.
Hey, you know who? That's the guy with the longer black hair, correct?
Yes.
You know whose uncle that is?
Yeah, it's Marino's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane, dude. I was like, what the fuck?
Love
Fucking
Scuba Steve.
Lord.
Bonded equals she slobbed on my knob like corn on the cob. Yeah.
So she buttered up that corn.
I've never seen a girl eat a corn on the cob like that. She ate it the lengthwise.
Okay, and finally, Tix was first released direct-to-video in '94 by Republic Pictures and later Olive Films on DVD and Blu-ray. In 2013, it ran for 85 minutes. Vinegar Syndrome licensed and released the film on 4K Blu-ray and Blu-ray in October 2021, featuring an all-new 4K scan of the inner positive film element. It was discovered the film's original runtime was 94 minutes, containing 9 minutes of footage unseen on television and all previous home video releases. The release also includes a series of extras such as commentaries, making of, documentary, and more.
And the sad part is I have that, obviously, but I couldn't tell you what the 9 minutes is because I haven't seen another version since the first time I saw this.
I mean, why would you? Why
Yeah,
would you
exactly. So it's,
Huh. I don't even know
What?
Sorry, pause. We're just going to throw that out there. I'm not even going to read that out loud. What else we got, Chad?
That's it. This goes right up there with Brody's friggin' stripper story.
I think we need a story for that next week. Now.
What is going on in Australia? Good God.
So, the only problem with that I see, Brody, is if you're out in the sun, that shit's going to cook like a fucking turkey.
Oh,
man.
God.
You're going to come out like
Kramer.
Kramer. Hey, buddy.
You might take a little bit too hard of a bite. You know what I mean? I mean, sometimes that's nice, but a little bit too.
You got a dick
hard.
that smells like popcorn all of a sudden. It's like,
man, it smells like rotisserie chicken, motherfucker. I mean, Brody's eating KFC every other fucking day, anyways, dude. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Brody's is going to be a dirty bird.
Brody, we need a story for next week's Slice of Life, please. Yeah, anything does go down there, that's for sure.
Damn, dude. Yo, also, so Brody's movie that he asked about, it is on Tubi and Vudu and all that stuff too, so easily watchable.
Nice.
So, yeah, good to know. All righty. Is there anything else, Bob, that you wanted to add it in about the Vinegar Syndrome?
The only thing, like I said, was the makeup effects, but there's really, not much else. Other than also all of the ticks, they were all, like you said, practical. None of them, not a single one of them was CGI. And how they made them move quick. Like how you have a bobblehead and it moves, like this?
It is spring.
So they basically put springs on their legs and they dragged them so it looks like they're moving fast. And there's a lot of them.
That worked.
So their legs are like springy.
That, yeah.
That's about it. There's really not too much else to it.
I'm sad we never actually got a sequel, or did we?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Although
they left
I would have liked a sequel in the city. That would have been
Ticks in the city.
Or
did it just be City Ticks?
City Tits? Oh, sorry.
No. What would you call it? Would you call it Ticks in the City or City Ticks?
I like Ticks in the City.
Ticks in the City?
Ticks in the City.
Oh, Brody says his movie does not have a physical media release. No shit. It's always sad when you can't get one of those. TCM 22. All right. So, yeah, let's get on to our El Questions. So, gentlemen, what format was this watched on?
Vinegar Syndrome. Right.
If you say on fucking demand and you have that, I'm going to slap you through the computer.
I was gonna say on demand just to get Chad's fucking reaction.
Right. On demand. 20 years ago.
Okay. City tickers.
Yes.
Real quick, and I gotta say this because I'm looking it up. Project Metal Beast, yo, that fucking thing is wicked. I
didn't look at anything besides just the cover.
Kane looks fucking sick in this movie, Brody. We could put that on the list. Yes, absolutely.
All right, so I watched this shit on Tubi, which Tubi had two versions of it, and they had the PG-13 and the R. Which I was like, well, why would I watch the PG-13 version? So I watched the R, but I don't know.
Okay. So I started it on Vudu, and then the video glitched. So I switched to Free V on Prime, and it did the same fucking thing in the same fucking spot there.
Huh?
Did you guys have any?
Where?
One was like 14 or 15 minutes in, and then again at like 17 minutes in.
No.
It was
okay,
like,
so
I
I think there was one thing I thought maybe happened, but then I didn't know if it was also an edit of the film where it was just like maybe a shit edit for the scene.
It just did this weird thing where it was like this like green staticky line, and then the screen went all wavy for a second, then it went back to normal. It did it on both of those.
Oh,
So.
I don't think I got that, buddy.
Weird.
Must mean it's a VHS pull or something.
But now I'm wondering what the TV, like that TV version or whatever it fucking was of Ticks versus like what did they take out of it? Was it some of the?
Yeah,
I
am kind of curious too.
I didn't think I saw a minute difference personally, which was weird.
Yeah, Heather said it did it for her too on Freebie, so it wasn't just on my end.
Oh, weird. All right. So, there's a couple of them in this, but douche of the film,
Sir.
Sir was the worst.
Yeah. I almost have to give it to the combo of the both of them.
Yeah, because they were both terrible.
Yeah, now, what's his name? Like, he would still be bad, but he wouldn't be as bad if Sir wasn't, like, commanding him what to do.
That's
if
true.
he wasn't, like, putting a gun in his face the entire fucking time. Holy shit. Dude, that is awesome looking.
Or putting his dick up there,
What's awesome? What are we looking at?
That fucking werewolf.
Oh.
I told you.
I don't want to ruin it.
You got to look.
No, shut up. I already looked at the cover. I'm good. I'm sold anyway. If Brody likes it, I'm fine. It's enough for me. Yeah, I'm definitely having to go with the combo of Sir and what was the guy's name?
Jerry.
His bitch.
I was gonna say Jethro, but it's supposed to have Jerry.
Jethro.
All right. So favorite kill.
I mean, for me, it'd be the Tick split.
I'm gonna have to go with Alfonso's body rip, dude. Like, even though he was
but he was already dead.
I know, but come on, man. All right, you know why that was awesome to me, dude? Because that was very Guyver to me. Like, that's what I was instantly like. I want to watch the Guyver now, dude. Like, it just reminded me of or The Fly. Just that crazy body horror.
Yeah, that was.
I know it doesn't.
That's gonna be. I'm picking that for best scene, but I think favorite kill.
Oh yeah, fuck. All right.
I think favorite kill I'll give to Ron Howard.
Okay. Redacted mine. I'm gonna hop on the Chad Daddy train because yes, like Brody mentioned with the whole that whole face balloon, man. That shit, I love it. I love it every time.
I'll retract that because it is pretty gross when you see it explode out of his face.
We don't see the sheriff get killed. We always see his dead body after the fact.
Yeah.
And then nobody else, who else really? I mean, anybody just dies from tick bites or something. It's not really anything too off the wall. So yeah, Brody, the Guyver. That might be coming on. Chad Daddy's got some things.
I got some plans.
That's right.
We gotta iron it out, but I got some plans.
Mm-hmm. So, all right, best scene then is Alfonso's body.
Yeah, you gotta give it to
horror, definitely. Dude. That shit, the strobing, the just crazy ripping out the knees and the joints, and just it was disgusting. It was awesome, and
I'll agree with that best scene. But my favorite scene is when they're in the doctor's office.
Ooh.
Oh, that was good too.
Also an equally good scene because that was definitely where it brought you in, like at least for Brody too. Probably for a lot of people, honestly. I didn't mind the character building, but I also really like Seth Green, and I think that was really holding me for the longest time in the beginning. So it didn't bother me so bad. And also a little bit before that, but when the daughter got that sack stuck on her back, and they got it off.
That was ugly.
And then they went back, and then the dad was like, that didn't happen. Why didn't they just turn her around and be like, yo, bitch, look at the back of her fucking shirt?
I was wondering the same thing.
Or see if there's any bite marks because it went through the shirt.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You would see the shirt rip the fuck, plus you'd see that nasty gel shit all over it from the sack. So it's the proof is right fucking here. Hello? Why didn't they do that? I don't know. So, opening scene hook you in?
No. But
the opening scene was just, the shit leaking out of his, whatever the fuck that was, his concoction, and dripping on the
not until I saw the sack was I like,
It was Ron Howard, so I guess you got me pulled in with that. So I will say yes. I'll definitely say yes.
Yeah, because it wasn't completely meaningless. It set up pretty much the whole movie.
Right.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was thinking the city scene was the intro because I was like, no, but you're right. It was the whole dripping of the liquid. So yeah, absolutely. I think I faded out once we went to the city. I was like,
Yeah.
no ticks.
Not yet.
Right. All right. So, most attractive character.
I would say the blonde.
See, this is a tough one for me because they were all not bad looking, aside from the vet.
No.
Because I wrote it down. I'm like, because you had Holly, the older woman,
which
She
honestly,
was-
like Holly was.
she was smoking, dude.
I think I might have to give it to. I think she might have to be my pick, dude.
It was either her, Melissa, the daughter, who I picked as the hottest person in The Dentist.
Ooh, okay. Never watched
And,
The Dentist. I wasn't on that.
You don't need to.
Ah.
It's pretty. And Kelly, the Asian looking girl, was also rather cute.
I'm gonna stick with the blonde. I thought she was.
And she was cute as well.
You can't go wrong with any of them, honestly.
But
and then if
see,
you
I don't-
want to go, you could also go. If you want to go for the dudes, you can go the guy with the 8-pack, the greasy motherfucker.
Yeah.
or you could go nerdy with Seth Green.
Yeah, right. That was 90s like grunge nerd. With
Yeah,
the
that was
with the
really
oversized camo jacket and everything. And I mean, come on, man. I had that haircut. Chad, I know
So
you had
I
that
did.
haircut.
I did.
Oh yeah, dude.
I did.
right? Who did it?
I was.
I was
still
like, I
swimming.
wasn't a baby, so no.
I was a baby.
Oh man, it's I got to give it to Holly.
Yeah. Okay.
She had those gorgeous blue eyes, dude.
They could
You
look
know,
at you
that
while
was-
she's doing.
I
her
loved how
thing.
the daughter straight up called her dad out. She's like, "Oh, you mean like?" He's like, "I was," or he's like, "I have things." To
I was
do."
busy
Oh,
in
you mean like
He's
doing
like,
his
yeah,
holiday?
he's screwing her.
Yeah. And I was like, "Ooh, yeah."
Burn.
I mean,
was
she's
like,
not wrong,
But also, who wouldn't be? So
yeah.
I would. Like, yeah, what's up? All right, gentlemen. So, did the score set the mood?
Yeah, it had some moments.
Mildly?
yeah.
Yeah, mildly. I agree with that.
It wasn't off-putting.
No,
Best song? Was there any?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
a song.
there was a song, but I don't remember what it was.
It wasn't.
No.
It must not be good if we don't remember it.
No.
So
All right, so
We'll NA
throw
that shit.
Yeah, we'll throw that away. Favorite character?
Ghetto Carlton all the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I freaking loved him.
Yeah.
Because it was such a complete opposite of Carlton. And it's
100%, dude.
wait. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I like Seth Green's
Alfonso all
character.
the way.
Don't get me wrong. Seth Green's character was good.
Nah.
But it wasn't
Come
as
on.
entertaining as Alfonso's, dude. Alfonso's was like, well, I like that he was playing the hard ass. You know what I mean? Like, he
Yeah.
was only playing the hard ass because he has to from where he's from. And
yeah. And then when he ran off after his dog died, and they were looking for him, but they kept going past where he was. He's like,
yeah,
"Don't look for me too hard."
right.
Yeah. Seriously.
that
Like.
shit.
Yeah.
Poor Alfonso.
Yeah. Alfonso all the way.
All right. So, was it scary?
Okay, I would say if you are
Itchy?
if you're really unnerved by insects,
It's itchy.
or if you have that
Yes.
fear, if you have that fear of things being under your skin or on your skin, or trypophobia,
This is not
whatever
the
they call it.
movie for you.
Yeah, this you would definitely be unnerved by this.
Dude, like I still watch Arachnophobia to this day, dude, and I'm still just like, ugh, by the end of it, dude. Because like,
Yeah.
as I sit in this basement down here, man, I get those like, what the fuck are they? Like they're called, are they wolf
Daddy
spiders?
Longlegs.
No, they're like these little fucking black guys, dude, but they're like up to like 2 to 3 inches long.
Those sound like wolf spiders.
Yeah, dude, and they're just like. Dude, I don't know where the fuck they come from, man, but I see them all the time, and I'm just like, hey, what's that over there?
I mean, this movie could still. I mean, it gives me the Willy Womps because these things are just ugly looking.
The Willy Womps. I like that. I've never heard that before.
The Willy Womp. That's what my
The
mother
Oogie-
would say.
the
"Oh,
Oogie
give me the
Spoogies."
Willy Womps. The
Oogie
Oogie
Spoogies.
Spoogies.
The Oogie Spoogies.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I always like hate the idea of like having to deal with ticks. Just 'cause
No,
I,
they
like,
are not,
I live
Brody.
around. You know,
They
I
are
live
from
in,
South America.
No.
spiders
They
and
used they used huntsman spiders for the crossbred bred ones.
Yeah. The ones
The
that
one-
was like dancing on the counter and stuff. He was like, "Hey, what's up?" Oh man, now I want to watch Arachnophobia. They're the face hugger.
Well, yeah, they're the size of a dinner plate. Pop.
That was the one that was from South America. The huntsman spiders were the
no, the
smaller
little ones. The
Yeah.
little like
The little
the
lightning
hybrid ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the South America. They actually are from South America. They are
that's
like,
they call that the Goliath bird-eating spider.
yeah, dude. And that was one big bitch.
All right. So does it hold up today? Honestly, yeah, I
think
enjoy
so.
it. I think it's,
I think so. Yeah.
you got to take it with the time.
Seth Green's fashion aside, because he was very 90s.
Yes, he
Well,
was.
there's a lot of this is very 90s, but I feel like if it's the setting of 1993, then there you go. You know what I mean? Like it's not. I don't know. It's not that hard. I don't think it's that bad. Acting, pretty good.
It was pretty
Actually,
good.
yeah, everybody was pretty good.
Maybe like some of the super side characters were a little hammy, but
Like Sir and what's
you
his
can't
name?
say Ron Howard because Ron Howard's job is to come in and be hammy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
That's just Ron Howard being Ron Howard. Yeah.
that, right? They're like, yo, man, you just need to come in and do your shtick. This is what we're doing with you. Go. Cinematography. You know what? I thought they actually had some cool, like, I don't know how to say it. It's not tracking, but it's like where they did like these pull-ups, like these turnaround and pull-ups into the faces of the characters and stuff. And I don't know how you like what that would be in per se, but I really like those a lot. They did it a couple times with Seth Green.
Well, there was a lot of really good angled shots too. They had a lot.
Yeah,
they also did really well at making the ticks really look intimidating for as big and as small as they were. There were some really great shots with them that really pop out.
Mm-hmm.
Literally.
Little cheesy when they're all running out of the fire, but at the same time, that's just kind of funny at that point. You're just like,
yeah,
it's cool, but it's like I said, man, this movie's just fun. Like it's full on.
Yeah,
I could put this in with like I said, man, I would easily watch an insect grouping of movies with like this, mosquito, arachnophobia.
That's
Eight-Legged Freaks.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah,
like
yeah. Eight-Legged Freaks is a fun movie.
So here's a little Johnny D fucking Eight-Legged Freaks. I'm not gonna lie, that movie, the idea of that movie terrifies the fuck out of me, dude. Because like obviously I could like I don't know. I'm not huge on spiders. Like they don't bother me, but the idea of like a spider bigger than you, dude, like that idea literally freaks me the fuck out, dude. Because that's why I don't know how I would feel with a camel spider or something like that, dude. I'd probably scream like a bitch if I saw one running at me.
And fucking things hiss at you too.
Right?
My mom had a friend who was in the army and he had an encounter with them. They had to shoot it.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah.
Shoot it. Like it took 2 bullets.
If you talk to anybody that went over to Afghanistan, more than likely they have a story of one.
Yes, but a lot of those are embellished too.
Well, more than likely, potentially. Like, my buddy said the only time he saw one is they were like he was posted at night, and he said he saw one run across the shadows, and he's like, the size of the shadow was. He's like, nope.
Like, I'm gonna stay away.
Yeah, like fuck this, dude. All right, gentlemen. So, and the last big question here is premise.
Oh yeah.
How could you not, dude?
Who doesn't love giant? He doesn't love mutated bugs. Come on.
Mutated ticks from marijuana farmers, bro. Come on, and like some like hardcore marijuana farmers.
Like that's
like early
'90s.
A
big deal.
Like,
bro. Like
now it's legal, so it's not so quite the same.
Still, the best illegal marijuana farmers have to be fucking without a paddle.
Oh my god, dude.
That was hilarious.
I haven't watched that movie in so long.
Also with Seth Green.
Yeah, also with Seth Green.
Yeah.
Huh.
What is about him and illegal pot farmers?
If we could find more Seth Green movies with illegal pot farmers in it, dude, we're gonna find like some weird niche and ask him what it's like. Seth, what's going on here, bud? All right, gentlemen. So recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot. Rewind it.
So
I would remake it. I would remake it. As much fun as this was, I'd remake it.
I would like to see a remake. But I can't. But don't use too much CGI. Don't.
No. See, that's where I feel like the problem's going to lie right there, bud.
And the only reason I say remake is because reboot it into a franchise. So, you know what? Reboot.
Yeah.
I will say reboot and go with Give Me Ticks 2. Fuck it.
Okay.
Give me Ticks 2 after all this time. I don't give a flying fuck.
Ticks
Somebody
2, but with Seth Green showing up at like the very end, where he's like been hunting these monster ticks for like 20 years.
Yeah, there you go. And he's got a flamethrower.
So what if Ticks 2 is like we fucked the whole, like we say screw the whole city infestation. It already happened, and the city got taken down. So now it's after the fact, or something. I don't know.
And you just call it Tick City.
Okay,
that's
but
what
the ticks have
like
mutated even more.
The
so
city's the city's like completely devastated and burned down. It's like think of like the city in Demons 2, where it was like they walled off that whole. Think of it like that, but it's all ticks instead of demons.
But they're all the big ones from the end, and then there's even some more that get crazier.
So basically, we're making Aliens, but with ticks.
It's or are we making Starship Troopers?
Or are we making 8-legged freaks extreme?
Yeah, that too. Wait, why did they get big in that? Was
toxic
waste? Was that all it was?
I don't remember. It's been a long
it was like
time.
He was feeding them crickets that were coming out of the pond. That was toxic
waste.
Yeah.
That's right. Thank you, Bob.
You're welcome. The fact that I remember that, seriously.
Right?
I just remember watching that movie, and Kari Wuhrer played the mother, and Scarlett Johansson played the daughter, and I was like, wow, the daughter's hotter than the mother.
I don't know. The mom's pretty hot.
She was, but it was young ScarJo when she was very voluptuous.
There you go. Alrighty. So we got a 3 from the Brody. So Chad Daddy, let's rate this bitch.
I'll give it a 3.2. It was fun. It wasn't fantastic, but it was fun.
Bobby.
I'll stick with Chad on that. 3.2. Yeah.
3-point deuce. And I'm going to go with the Brody with a solid 3. Feels right.
So that should give it a 3.1.
Boom. And let's see if Chad Daddy's math is right. Yep. 3.1.
See?
Boom. So 3.1 for 1993's Ticks. All right. So, Chad Daddy, do we know what we are discussing next week, buddy?
Next week is your pick, brother.
Is it?
Exists.
Yes!
Yeah.
Fuck yeah! Oh, man. Scoobs, if you are fucking listening, you are not allowed to miss next week, you asshole.
That's a Bigfoot movie, baby.
I take that back. You're not an asshole. You're at your grandma's birthday, so. That was wrong.
You're terrible.
I'm so happy, dude. Like, even if you guys hate it, I'm just happy I get to watch it again for whatever reason, dude.
I've never seen it, so I'm excited to watch it.
Yeah, man. It's definitely my thing. It's a Cam movie. We haven't done a Cam movie in a while, so
okay.
As long as you're
cool so it's like found footage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So it's just called Exists.
Yes, Brody, you are correct. It is the Sasquatch one from the director of Blair Witch.
All right, I'm excited to watch that,
dude. And for somebody who's like super into the Bigfoot shit and everything, I'm just saying, like, the stuff they do in the movie, if you listen to like people's like stories of encounters and stuff, bro, it's all like they do 100% across the board from like, yeah, we'll get into that next fucking week. Dude,
yeah,
I'll go fucking
yeah.
And we need Scubas here, dude, because we're gonna obviously talk a little bit of cryptids on that note too. But that makes me excited. Yo, we got to look at a spot and throw in Brody's werewolf movie there. I think
July 11th is wide open, buddy.
There we go.
There you go.
Brody, you got July 11th, homie.
Because honestly, the synopsis of the movie sounds really fucking wicked.
So Exist, and then look for Project Metal Beast the week after that. Hell yeah!
No. 2 weeks after that. The week after that is my pick.
Yeah.
Ooh,
yes! Oh, that's for July 4th.
Oh man, Betty White. Fuck yeah, dude.
If I had a dick, this is where I'd tell you in a second.
Oh man, I can't wait. It's been a long time since I've seen that. I'm really excited.
No, Heather, that doesn't fit in right now with we're going creatures. If you haven't said that, I don't know if maybe we haven't. But yes, right now there's our creature features that we're doing. So
we've got spots. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We
still got more.
And also, real quick, Brody, I like the idea of the movie, or I like the movie being called Project Metal Beast. But there's already another title I like that I looked it up. It's called DNA Overload, and I'm like, I like
that. Sounds like a porn, dude. Like, what?
Really?
Bro, DNA Overload? Come on.
Here comes
Come
your
on.
DNA overload.
Oh,
That's so easy, dude. That's so easy.
Come on.
That's why
I
they
was-
didn't go
I was
with
right.
that,
I was
dude.
thinking the same thing Johnny
Yeah.
was. So yeah, you're not alone there, buddy.
Mind in the gutter. All right. All right, gentlemen. So look for Exist next week, which I believe is on Tubi and all the other good stuff. It should be. I'm going to be really mad if they took it off like after all this fucking time. Nope.
I know.
It's on Plex and Tubi and all that good shebang.
Nice.
So,
Beautiful.
and yeah, man, if you know anything about Bigfoots, you'll definitely enjoy this, dude. It was definitely
I mean, I know.
that's why
about,
I was all about it, dude. Like,
I know plenty about having a Bigfoot.
yeah.
You got a big foot and a half.
What
big
size do you wear,
socks.
by the way?
14 and a
Oh, okay. So you and I right there.
double and a half or whatever you want to call it. It's like double
Oh.
E. So it's like
I don't know.
extra,
I wasn't
extra.
talking about that. I was talking about.
Oh well, we know the
piece of
pictures. Are,
baloney.
I
the
was talking
pictures
about
are all
bologna.
online. You know.
They are.
All right, gentlemen. So, do we have anything to get nerdy with today?
I mean, I have something to rant on. Considered nerd news, although it's pretty much known. I told Johnny about it.
rant away, homie.
So we all know, well, now that Scream 6 is trying to come, and they want to take him to New York. I'm going to tell you everything wrong with the movie before it's ever made.
Yeah, look
First
at
of-
part 8. It was terrible. Don't do it.
I would rather watch part
First of
8 than
all-
Scream 6.
Fair.
Exactly. First of all, look at Ghostface himself. Okay, a gang of people could kill him right there in the movie.
Yep.
I'm sorry, he doesn't hold the level of what is a character that should be going to New York. Like even Jason, as bad as that movie is, it's still one of those where it's like that's a very threatening character in an area where it's not going to be easy to still get to him.
Yeah, just throw him into Central Park at night. Movie's over.
Yeah, exactly. Like, come on. And none of the people as that's played Ghostface, and I mean like the characters in the movie. Come on, they're the clumsiest people behind the mask. So
Yeah,
I
think it'd be kind of hard to chase somebody in a long dress like that anyway. So
I really think this is a terrible choice. This is the one film franchise it should have been done after 3. Although I like 4. Like, so it's,
dude, when 3 did not end with Sydney's death, I got pissed and didn't watch any more after that. There's no way there's no way she's going to keep living through this. You can't. Come on.
And not everybody's coming after Sydney. And don't sit here and say, well, this one's not about Sydney. I'm like, guys, there's a reason why Sydney's still here.
Well,
But
right now I thought they were having that big money dispute.
Yeah, and speaking of, they were going to offer her $2 million for 4 days of shooting.
That's more than enough. That's over.
No, 4 minutes of screen time, 2 days of shooting. I think it was
I think that's
$1 million
actually,
a day.
basically.
Yeah. That's to me more than enough. Actually, probably more than deserved for 2 days.
Yeah.
I don't care how big you are.
And everybody's like, oh, the franchise is nothing without her. Like, you fucking got that backwards. She's nothing without the franchise. She's a 2-bit actress. She's not She's not famous enough that she can pull this.
No, she's not. I don't know her or anything else.
Exactly.
Other than Witchcraft. The
Craft
that movie,
and
The Craft.
and Wild Things. That's about it.
But it's Scream.
Yeah, but dude, those are like what, 94, both of them? 94, 95?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and no offense to her. I'm not saying she can't act, but you're not.
No, you're not famous. So don't go pulling that, I deserve more. You're not Jim Carrey. You're not going to pull in a $20 million paycheck each movie.
No.
But
Yeah. I had to get that out there because I'm like, that people like to overplay the Scream. Listen, if you like it, I understand where it, listen, it did revitalize it. I can't say it didn't in the 90s. We can't say it didn't. But
it did give us a horror renaissance that we had imitators like that for a couple years. Then it moved on because, and I know there's a lot of people out there, as much as they love Halloween H2O, I'm sorry, but it was more Scream than Halloween for me.
And I like it, and I can agree with you because it's true.
I haven't watched it in years.
Well, it's also the same exact soundtrack.
Is it?
It's the same
Pretty
exact
close,
soundtrack.
yeah.
I'll take your word for it.
And
Like
I
said,
like
it's been a while.
H2O. Not because it is a good movie, but the more I watch it, I'm like,
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, dude. When I was growing up
It's-
around that time, I watched I Know What You Did Last Summer way too fucking much, probably more than I even want to admit.
See, I actually I think that's a better movie than.
Well,
I think so too,
dude. A, yes, and B, I mean, how do you not want to look at Sarah Jessica Parker? Or Sarah Michelle Gellar and fucking Jennifer Love Hewitt the whole fucking time, dude. I mean, come on, just
But, so that's my no offense to
Maybe a
anybody
little
who
Ryan
likes
Phillips
Scream, for God's sakes. But come on, this is the
the
one
funny thing
series
is,
where
if people have been listening to our show for a long time, they should know by now our stance on Scream and how much we really don't like it that well.
I will say I like the design of Ghostface, dude. Like, for the most part,
yeah.
But as for the movies, I don't know, not my bag. So, all right, anything else nerdy? I know you said there was a new figure out, Bobby.
Yes. So Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022 is getting a new Leatherface figure. Give me 1 second. I will pull that up for us.
The company.
I'm going to whip it out for you. So the company that is released, I believe it is a Japanese company because they like to do the smaller figures. It's not going to be a huge figure. It's going to be like
I know who you.
right?
I
like
know
the
which.
6-inch.
Yeah,
I know the company you mean because
It's a
they make a lot of Predator
Haya
figures.
So it's
yes.
Yeah,
Haya Toys.
Haya Toys. That's it. Yep.
There's no release date yet. There's still a couple things on the figure that, well, if you're a fan, obviously, that need to be changed. It doesn't have his tie. There's a couple things. But it's actually a very good-looking figure. The detail is really great on it.
Oh, yeah, so they put super detail in those little figures.
They do. So this is the first of Chainsaw figures we're actually getting. I believe there's also a Mego figure coming. So we got a couple of good little merchandise things coming as well.
Oh yeah,
for Leatherface.
So I guess if we're talking toys, Hasbro Pulse also put out, if you're an X-Men fan and you like the, if you know who Mojo is, or Mojo World, there's going to be a 4-pack of Mojo, and it's oh my god, what's the dude he always fights with the Longshot, yeah, with the sweet fucking mullet. And then there's some other one too. And then there's like a little like chibi Wolverine. I don't know, kind of weird. But the Mojo looks cool.
I know. I've seen the pack now that you mentioned.
Yeah, it's called Mojo's World, I think, the package. But looks pretty interesting. And can we talk about the T2 arcade cabinet coming out from Arcade 1-Up, dude?
We certainly can.
I thought it was out already.
Is it out already?
I think it's been out for a while.
Like, well, no, I thought there was a new a new version of it.
Oh, is there?
Like,
okay, I didn't know there was
yeah. Like there was.
I didn't know.
You know how
that.
like they came out with like, all right, you know how like they dropped the MK2 and then they came out with like the fucking Ultra version after it, and then they came out with an even better fucking version that's got like 8 fucking games on it and shit.
Did you see the new version of that they got coming out, which has the Ultimate MK3 cabinet design?
Yeah, and I'm like, will you stop fucking doing this? I already got the first one. Like I don't need this.
I know. I gotta get one.
But you know what that means? The first one's a collector's item now because it's
it is.
It's out of production.
Yeah, but the other ones are so much cooler, dude.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
We could probably sell ours and get enough money to buy the new one.
No,
and
you don't think?
No.
Yeah.
People selling these things for like $100.
Really?
Get rid of them, dude. Well, yeah, man. A buddy of mine, he sent me one. There was somebody selling the one I wanted, the Marvel arcade cabinet, the one with Thanos on the side of it, dude. And somebody was selling it for $125. And I'm like, I would love to pick it up, but I just don't have the money. I'm putting it in other fucking shit right now. You know what I mean?
I hear that.
Summertime. I'm like, dude, I got a pool I'm running right now. I got buddy going into chemicals and shit.
I know. The wife wants to put a little patio out there with like little paving stones, so I got to put money towards that now.
Mm-hmm. Good old stuff. Hell yeah, Brody. Bro, this is an ongoing discussion. This
wait. Sorry. We got off track. Go back to the T2 arcade that you were talking about.
Oh, shit. I'm trying to remember. So, no, it just popped up on Arcade Official. It's a new one, and it's the full gun style.
Oh, so they have the right guns this time.
Yeah, I don't even know if you can see it, but like it actually will have the red and blue guns on it.
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when I said the arcade, like, because I used to have that game on Super Nintendo, but you know what I mean? Like you just played with the fucking controller. It wasn't the same. Man, if you had the little fucking Uzi
Yeah, because the one they put out before didn't have the guns weren't mounted.
No. This
And
one is,
and a lot of people were pissed off about that.
yeah, this one's mounted and stuff like that. So I'm like,
I did not know about
How
that.
much is it going for? You have a price?
No,
500.
but usually the cheaper ones were at $299. These ones are probably
not
$3.99
anymore.
Yeah, I know they've gone
Not
fucking
anymore. They
rocket up,
skyrocketed.
That, you know what the weird part? There's a place near my house called Yescades. That game is there. I play it every time.
I love
So I think
arcades,
that might be one to get for a future, because I know when I have a house, I would like to have a little something in the man cave.
There you go.
They're awesome. Like I said, I got 3 of them downstairs.
So, is there anything else nerdy we want to talk about, or
we can? You guys want to talk about Jason Blum wanting to do Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th?
Ew.
I mean,
Ew. What?
He wants to buy the rights to do the franchises because he's pretty sure he can talk Robert into doing another Freddy. And a lot of people are saying it's not going to happen. He's too old to do the part. But I'm telling you, okay, I'm not a big fan of Blumhouse to begin with. But they could do it right simply by, they could bring Robert back in. And he can't do the stunts anymore. He's 75 years old. It's an easy sell. Freddy, people aren't afraid of him anymore. He's an urban legend to kids now. They're not afraid of him. So he's deteriorating. He's falling apart. He needs a new host body. So in the second act of the movie, he finds a new host body, takes it over. And the third act, from there on out, and even into potential sequels, it is a new Freddy. It's Freddy persona in a different body. And I know they tried to go that route with part 2, and I think it could work.
And the idea of what you said before you saw that Freddy is always like a style nobody cares. Part 5, so they should. That could really work.
Bob, are you on dial-up or something?
Yeah, Bob, you just lagged down hard, homie. You're like too low. You're too yellow.
It looks horrible, dude. That's like mine a couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
That'd be interesting. Here, so
if they get they need the right actor though. They need the right actor.
Not only that, but Blumhouse itself, like, it's fine if they're the production company, but they need the right directors on the project, dude. That's my biggest issue. And I know there's a lot of people out there vying for the lead and shit like that, especially with all these fucking fan films and stuff, dude. But I'm assuming if you're trying to get both of the rights, you're trying to lead up to get these films going, and then you want to do your own version of Freddy versus Jason, right?
I think that would be a mistake.
If you own both,
I don't think it would be a mistake, honestly.
Why, dude? The way everything's mashing up now, anyways, you're already doing multiverses of anything, dude. Why not?
I don't think that would be. I think honestly, all right, I will say this. I think it could be done better.
Oh, it could definitely be done better.
Well, anything could be potentially done better.
Well, yeah, but Freddy versus Jason especially, but don't get me on that rant. We will never get off the show.
Elijah Wood wants to use it. Huh. Now, if you give me Elijah Wood as a Freddy Krueger, I might be down for that, because
I could buy that because we loved him in Maniac.
Well, not only that, but he's also awesome in Sin City.
Mm-hmm.
He's creepy as fuck.
He was good.
So it's like Elijah Wood.
I would be down for that.
I want Elijah Wood as Freddy.
So all right. So if you're gonna go big name, Elijah Wood. But if you had to go another way, a no-name person. If you had to go, because the no names, I'm telling you right now,
Kevin Bacon would be good as Freddy.
I still stand by what I said the other night. Jim Carrey is Freddy.
Yeah, but is he scary though?
He's got scary.
I think he could do
fucking terrifying.
I think he could do it.
But his voice, I'm sorry, I don't know. That's a tough one for me. I see where you're getting at. He's got the right.
You got to get all the funny stuff out of your head, and you got to go with serious roles, dude.
Well, the main serious role that comes up is number 23,
right?
But it's different. But he was good, but I don't know. Freddy's.
I just don't know, because he said Sonic 2 was going to be his last one, so I feel like for them to they would have to throw some money at him to do that.
But but I could see him still going. Like, say that is his last one. Let's just say they throw 20 million at him. I could see.
Yeah, you throw a franchise at him. I don't think he's going to say no.
Kevin Bacon though. I think
I do like Kevin Bacon, but I want them to bring Kevin Bacon back for another Tremors movie.
What about William Dafoe?
That'd be up.
He's getting up there in years. Most of those can Jim Carrey though. So
Like, exactly. So
Well,
if
yeah,
you're gonna go that way,
William Dafoe's late 60s. Carrie's what? Late 50s, early 60s.
Something
early
like that. Yeah.
60s, I think. I mean, William Dafoe. That
Kevin Bacon's got to be right
smile.
there too. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I mean, that smile William Dafoe has, like, it's pretty.
yeah, but then you just be gobbling the whole fucking time. Like,
Well, yeah, but with Jim Carrey, I couldn't see him as anything else like the Mask.
you'd be like,
I
it's
know
the
it's a
Grinch.
exactly. It's kind of tough.
I still stand. I could totally see Jim Carrey doing it.
Someone has to be. It's got to be creepy. It's got to be creepy.
He can do creepy.
But it can't be campy.
He can do creepy without campy.
I think a little bit should be a little campy in the dreams.
You have to have a little bit.
Yes,
Right.
but even in the first Nightmare, he wasn't really campy. He was very.
No,
creepy.
you're right. It was definitely more like jumping around and stuff.
Yeah,
like
he didn't get
that.
campy until from right around Dream Warriors on.
Right, and nothing wrong with that. But if you're gonna
Samuel
make it where
Jackson is Freddy,
here, I'm here, motherfucker. But if you're gonna make it a new Freddy, it's got to be fresh, like the first movie. It's got to be. You can't. It's got to kind of not erase, but it's got to kind of.
I've never thought about having
fresh.
This is terrible on my part. I've never thought about actually having a black actor as Freddy, but now I'm trying to go through like my list of black actors who would I want as Freddy. I mean, dude, I'm not gonna lie, dude. If you could pull somehow Denzel to pull Freddy, dude, I would probably.
He's another one that's getting up there in years, though. Too.
No, I know, but sometimes, dude, like, I mean, I feel like Freddy is an old guy, anyways. Like, I mean, maybe
Give it Terry Crews.
Oh,
what are we going,
God.
Super Freddy?
Super Freddy.
I just love Terry Crews. He's great.
But okay. But they're also looking to buy the Friday that they're trying to do Friday the 13th. That's going to be tough.
So would Keanu be too nice of a Freddy?
He'd be like John Wick Freddy.
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to. I mean, Keanu's still in his 50s, though, right?
I don't know, because too many people know Keanu as a nice guy in real life, so I don't know if they'd buy him being Freddy.
True. So we gotta go somebody who's maybe an asshole. No. I still say Elijah Wood.
Russell Crowe.
I want
Crowe.
fat Russell Crowe is fucking
Fat Freddy.
Yeah.
I guess honestly, I tell you right now, if they're going to do that, they're going to offer this to a lot of big Hollywood names.
They will.
I guarantee you, though, I will say this: none of them are going to take it. They're going to have to go a no name, and watch. It's going to be that one person. It's like, holy shit, he is perfect.
What's his name? Who played the younger Magneto in the newer X-Men movies? Oh my god, dude!
Fassbender.
Yeah, dude. I wonder if I love him, dude. Like, I wonder how he would pull.
That's an audition I would not want to hold.
What about Hugh Jackman?
He wanted to play Jason Voorhees as his startup in Hollywood.
I don't know if I need an actual like actor to play Jason. Honestly,
well, no, we don't. No, I'm not saying that as a bad thing,
like,
but we don't.
Dude, Mears did a great job. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I just don't know.
Yeah, you just need a stuntman really for Jason. It doesn't make any sense to be having an actual named actor.
And I say give credit to the stuntman, dude. Stuntman don't get enough credit
exactly.
as it is, dude.
No. So, exactly.
But if you're gonna now let's say they get Friday the 13th, which that's a whole nother debacle. But if you're gonna do that, you really got to give Jason like the ultimate like pissed off.
Yeah, but here's the thing: Jason. Who says they're going to go Jason? How do you know they're not just going to go full reboot and we're going to get Pamela again?
And that's fine.
Ooh,
that would
be an even harder sell right now because of the rights issues.
And you know something? That would be an honest remake, unlike the reboot.
Like if we got who would you get to play Pam?
I don't even want to go down that road.
I
can't. No.
She's too young.
No. You have to have someone
age people.
No, I don't want.
Actually, you want somebody that could really look the part. The girl that played Alice in the first one, she looks a lot like Pamela Voorhees.
Actually, that would be some cool mind fuck shit, dude. To actually have that,
yeah,
I like that.
But yeah, if you're either her or you got to do again, that's got to be a no name, I think, because it's got to be
for Pam. No, I think you actually need somebody who has some skill.
I don't think
for
so.
Pam.
Remember,
if they're gonna remake the first one, and if people haven't seen the first one, The smart thing to do is introduce Pam earlier on in the story than to have her show up at the very end, and she's very obviously going to be the killer.
Right. The first one could get away with that because we have no idea. This is the
But
first. This is brand new.
Give us man hands.
Yeah.
Pam needs man hands. Dude.
Man hands.
So then, yeah.
Bread.
I don't know. But they're going to
Cracking
have
the lobster.
and then of course they're going to have to introduce little Jason again. So that would be another. Well, not really. Not another inconvenience. That would be actually something cool.
Here's my other thing too, man. Is like, I know we love these franchises, but like, do we need to? I don't almost even know if we need it.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like, I know we all want it, but it's like, I don't know, man.
All right, no, I think Nightmare on Elm Street is ended fine. I think Nightmare's fine. There's a reason why it hasn't been touched. Friday the 13th, on the other hand, listen, I've said it before. The remake is a good movie. And when I say good, I'm going based on the fact you remade the first 4 movies in one movie.
Right.
So you gave me everything there. Either A, you got to give me a sequel where this is Jason at his peakest pissed off and he's gone, or you do have to call it quits. Because if you reboot it again, it's just another thing with, we're rebooting the franchise, we're going to start fresh. No, because this is the one franchise where I'm like, you either got to end this where he is gone, or you really got to sell the idea of some sort of reboot. It's got to be sold well.
What I want to see out of a new... Nice. What I want to see is actually a movie with the Savini Jason from the game.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That he's back from hell. He's got the devil's pitchfork.
Ooh, an appropriate follow-up from Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah, that's where it would be a great direction to take.
And you know something? Honestly, that's the one movie you could pick it up from because technically at this point he is gone. He is gone.
That'd be cool.
But then people go Jason X. I'm like, guys, that's 500 years in the future. He's still gone right now. Freddy vs. Jason was the movie that, again, if you're going to pick
that
it
was
up,
just a one-off, dude.
Exactly.
One-off. That's all it
Jason
is.
X and Freddy vs. are one-offs. So if you're going to go with... If you're going to go with bringing Jason back, it's got to be after Part 9. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jason X and Freddy versus Jason, that's multiverse Jason.
Exactly.
That's why they even had Freddy versus Jason fight fucking Uber Jason in the comics, dude. It was awesome.
So if you're going to bring Jason back, it's got to be, okay, he is in hell. So how do we do this? That would be fun.
Hell yeah.
That would be a fun movie.
All right, gentlemen. Is there anything else nerdy we want to talk about, or is that
if you haven't seen it in theaters, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness hits Disney Plus on Wednesday.
Oh no shit!
I haven't seen it, so I gotta go buy it.
I didn't see it yet, so me and the wife are watching that.
I'll be
watching it again. Hell yeah, dude! Hell yeah! All right, gentlemen. So should we wrap this biatch up?
Yes, because it's time to go eat.
Yeah.
I was getting hunger pangs.
Damn right.
Hell yeah. So, Chad Daddy, you want to start us up, buddy?
This is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, your Chad Daddy saying, I'll see you next week, bitches.
This is your Killing Machine, Bobby Moon, saying, you get the mask, the machete, and the whole damn thing. See you next week.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. Happy anniversary to Jaws.
Yes.
Oh, nice. That's right. I should watch that. And this is your Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, saying adios, Gorehounds. And remember, stay fresh, cheese bags.